managing to qualify for the main event after, in general, what's been a struggle of a patch for them, it feels like here, Black.
Yeah, like Vici should on paper be the favorite coming into here, but you can't really like discount the Mineski because they won, when was it? Like a month ago?
Not too long ago. I mean, we really haven't been in the circuit.
Like a month ago, they won a major.
That's going to be a kill. Not Slaughter. Trouble Slaughter's leading the way. That was actually Air Spirit going down and already a first blood.
For the Tidehunter as well.
Vici Gaming, yeah.
Which is the offlaner, which is going to be very, very helpful for him. And then I think the objective this game for Vici should be protecting the Storm Spirit because they have a really good Roshan lineup.
Okay.
And as soon as they can get the Roshan for the Storm Spirit, he's going to be very, very hard to control. Because they can get an early Rosh, and then they can get a second and third Roshan very easily too, and they have a Tidehunter with a refresher shard. Could be very amazing for them.
I also like that Vici Gaming, they're sticking to a bit of comfortable things in a sense. Young 11, he's been playing a fair amount of Tidehunter this patch. In fact, we're here at the panel talking about Tidehunter in general is maybe one of the more standout heroes in this patch that just came out here. But then they also have Paparazi playing that Gyrocopter. Another hero that's definitely exploded, especially in the China scene, specifically with Paparazi.
I mean, Paparazi, like, honestly, his hero pool is just super huge. This guy can play almost any hero, and he plays them really well too.
Yeah. All right, so our middle matchup, it will be the Storm Spirit versus Puck, as you see land him here on the Slaughter.
And they need to make sure that Earth Spirit can't just roam freely on him and kill him. But Earth Spirit in the early game will have to help our bottom lane because he had the first blood on the Tidehunter. So Medusa 1v1 against Tide is not the best matchup for you.
On the other side for Mineski, you have Nana playing, of course, aka Moon playing the Puck here. I got the chance to cast a couple of the series of Mineski throughout the group stages. I gotta say, there was one where, frankly, he was going over the top. He was diving in a lot, definitely didn't do the best on the Puck as a result. But then there was the later game, I believe it was against LGD in what was essentially a knockout match where he just was on fire. So a player that definitely has his ups and downs.
Yeah, but the thing also with Puck is, right, when things go right, then you can be like amazingly flashy, make things work, and then if you make that one misstep, you just feed. Whereas otherwise it could be really amazing. Like going mid lane on the Storm Spirit with just a slight harass. And the Slaughter needs to make sure that the Storm actually gets a good lane. Like he can't let this happen for free.
Yeah. I want to talk about... Okay, go ahead, sir.
No, I was just going to say he's waiting behind right now. I'm not entirely sure what the positioning he is going to do.
Oh, he's being patient for something right here. You mentioned jabs on the Earth Spirit. He's looking to be heavy roam, especially in the middle lane. That's just what Earth Spirit brings to the table. Top lane, though, Undying, I want to mention him for a sec, because, again, this is a hero that only a couple of teams I feel like have been trying out. Mineski is one of them. Ninja Biggie playing here, the dual melee support on top of that, but specifically Undying. Do you think this was a good pick here?
Undying is really good in combination with the Monkey King, because usually Monkey King has a lot of problems laning against a hero like Gyrocopter, but Undying is one of the best heroes in the early game to secure like a hard lane like that. Okay. So I think it's a really good pick, and they kind of thought about picking the Monkey King right after, I think.
2-minute bounty rune battle. Looking into, that's actually Jab's going to be rolling it right into Young 11, though. He's going to go for the TP out. It should be in time. Oh, the crush animation. We saw laying him right there.
I actually think if he went through, he would have got him.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. That was max distance at the...
But you know, you have a clarity on the Slaughter too. I think you just try it. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah, chooses not to, holds it off, so he gets away.
Monkey King is actually pulling 2 creepers from the top lane.
Oh, wow.
If he can get away with this, it's going to be massive.
Love the sound coming up.
But he might get stunned and take a really big healing bomb, though. Oh, never mind.
Oh, you're right. Yeah,
it was just 2 creeps.
That could have been bad.
Yeah.
But he's fine. Mushi, bottom lane on Medusa. Of course, Medusa, another hero that the panel brought up when asking about big heroes in this patch, especially this event. And I don't think it's anyone's surprise. She even got slight nerfs in 7.0 C B or C patch, whatever it was. The latest one, but still a very powerful hero.
Well, what happened to Medusa's net worth? 900 only, even though he has the same CS? Oh, he gave an item to Earth Spirit and he delivered it to her.
Okay.
Yeah, I was really surprised that he wasn't. There's no way he's that poor.
Yeah, no, Medusa's 12-1, but I mean, to be fair, Tidehunter is 13-4.
Yeah.
So
as I said before, Medusa against Tide 1v1, it's not bad for the Medusa, but Tidehunter will definitely free farm too.
Yeah.
Until Medusa's level 5, because then the snake really starts hurting.
What does that mean for Vici Gaming? I mean, Young 11, I almost said old 11 right there. Young 11 here playing the Tidehunter. He's actually just running at Mushi. Mushi just can't do anything about this. But what is a farm Tidehunter early on? What does that bring to the table? Are you scared if you're Mineski?
Well, a farm Tidehunter? Wait, top lane is nothing really happening.
Wow, they're diving really deep. Jeez, that was a secondary tower right there.
Well, there was 3 creepers on the monkey, so they just wanted to put on the pressure on him, which I think is really, really important.
Fenrir, I mean, this is going to be another Decay go. He puts the tombstone. They want this kill, damn it. Ninja Boogie going in. Decay is ready in 1 second, but Monkey King Primal Spring in. That will indeed be the kill on a Fenrir playing the Dazzle.
Yeah, very important that they at least make the top lane go even, because bottom lane they're kind of losing. And mid lane the Puck should dominate the storm, but it's also quite even. So they need to make sure they get a lot of top lane.
Paparazi is going to fight back right here. You do see the bounty rune picked up though by Jab, so that'll be the end of that. And now here on Puck.
It was an amazing phase shift. If he hadn't dodged that stun, he would have actually died.
Oh, did he use it for the... Okay. Yeah, he gets away from that one too. So back to the top lane. Monkey King full. Jingu Mastery charges. Decay's coming out. There's the roll-in. Big two-man stun from Jab to get the 1 kill on a Dazzle. Paparazi will be fine, but great timing by Ninja Boogie. And Nana, however, in the middle lane. You see Lanham, he is just sitting there on Puck, and eventually they get the kill.
Yeah, so they're sacrificing mid and bot lane a little bit to make sure that the Monkey has a good game, which is not bad, because usually, as I said before, the Monkey King in this lane has a very hard time, but they're actually making a lot of space for him.
Yeah.
And we see him taunting bottom lane, yeah.
So going back to that point, you got cut off there because of the fight at the top, but so Young 11, I mean, how impactful is this going to be?
Okay, so Farm Tidehunter, what he offers to you, usually you don't want to go Blink first, you go into like
Mech
Hood and Mech,
okay.
and then you're just this really tanky frontliner that cannot die at all.
Yeah.
And it's very scary to play against it, because you can just 5-man any tower, and as I said, you can't really defend it, because they have like, they don't really have a hero like Disruptor where you can really burst them down or Doom, because Kraken Shell is always going to proc, and then you've got a really good Ravage off.
Yeah. Like, how do you get around that? So just something they're just naturally going to have to deal with throughout this game, especially with this early. I mean, he's already level 6, the first one to do so.
Yeah. Well, they're sacrificing Medusa a little bit. To be fair though, Medusa has a very good comeback mechanic, whereas Monkey, if he's shut down early game, it's very hard to come back into the game for him. So I think it's the right choice.
Nana, middle lane, going at it with Ori.
Yeah. Ori level 6 soon, 5.5. As soon as he's 6, it's gonna be quite hard to kill him.
You do see, Puck is winning this CS right now.
Yeah, Puck is winning the CS, but he died once, so he's actually behind the net for 300.
Ooh, middle lane. Jabs, he's waiting. Finding the right time. Barrel rolls in, not level 6 just yet. Hits the Dream Coil off. Ori, Decay even on top of that. He wants the turn killer, saying, I'm taking you with me. Down goes the Storm Spirit. Lanham, not enough damage to actually finish off Nana. Now Lanham's the one in trouble on Slaughter. Gonna slither away with that spray. Dodges the illusory orb initially. The John though goes in, and even with the crush, it just doesn't matter. So Moon picks up the kill right there. Old 11 though running in now, going with the Gutch, and actually a couple of auto attacks using the Rabbit for this. He will get one. I don't think he's getting jabs on top of this, but that Ravage, I think it's safe to say that was worth it.
Yeah, for sure. Was a really good rotation too. Although I think Radiant should have seen it. They have a bottom ward. I guess at the time nobody really looked at the minimap because they were fighting so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely had a ward, and they should have seen a rotation.
That seems like maybe that late call even. Yeah, exactly. You're just so focused within the lane, but at the same time, no excuses. You know, you definitely got to be on top of that vision and communication. Top lane, all right, he's fine. Just another deep dive there.
Storm actually TP'd top lane, and they want to take down the tier 1 tower now, which should be fairly free unless somebody TP's top. Puck just TP'd middle though, so he should not be able to come top.
See, phase boost just purchased by Monkey King. He's trying to get positionless if he wants to go. Primal Spring in on Dying, also coming in. The nice bonus match will hit him here. He puts on the shallow grave barrel, and it's just a matter of time before he falls in and wears off. The turn kill though is real, and the Monkey King as Ori does fly in. Did you mention he was there in the first place? Jab's feeling the pressure now. 4 mana left on Ori, using that Zip Zap. Needs one more auto attack, and he gets a double kill for Ori. And that was a great rotation in the end.
Yeah, as I just said, the Puck's cooldown had TP on cooldown. And Medusa doesn't really want to TP into these kind of fights, so it's very cocky to actually take that fight.
Puck's going in. Waning Rift on top of the Dream Cold and the illusory orb. I mean, he's using everything in the face of Lanham.
Yeah.
Like he's pissed off or something.
You have to punish these position force. When they want to take the lane and mid, and you have such a big lead, kill them all the time. They need to be punished. They can't just free the level and farm on the lane. Now he's TPing back to mid lane because he doesn't have coil, and he's gonna get quite a bit, but Moon
That's a good
did the right
play.
thing. Yeah, he did the right thing, for sure.
Definitely a good heads up play on his part. And
there's a DD room bottom actually. Puck is gonna bubble it up. So potentially another kill on the Slaughter if he's not careful.
Hood of Defiance being worked on by Young 11. Do my best to call him that there. So that's what you're mentioning earlier. Obviously just get beefier and dimensional pipe.
Yeah. I wonder whether he's gonna complete the pipe or go into a mech or even go Blink Dagger after the Hood.
Okay.
Because he's a really big chunk of their team fight, and if they can't initiate with him, then they don't really have anyone to initiate with. Because Slaughter Blink should be quite slow this game. He's died twice.
You do have a Storm Spirit, but he's not one you necessarily want to be going first off a lot of the time in team fights.
You don't want to go first. Why you want to buy the Blink on Titus? then Storm can go first, and he has this really huge backup ultimate.
He's a distraction, basically.
Yeah.
Undying, just gonna do some stacking right here. Looks like try to set up for I'm guessing you know, either Puck or the Monkey or Medusa. I probably more Medusa,
yeah. Most likely for Medusa. But we said early that Storm should have a very hard time in mid lane, and he actually got out of lane very nicely.
Yeah.
Top 2 net worth, and as I said, once they get this early Roshan, the Storm is going to be very strong. Mineski needs to keep an eye on that Roshan. They have the tools to fight it, and they shouldn't just give it up for free.
Top lane, keep going in once again on a Paparazi. Good amount of distance, call out in response, and look who's coming. It's Young 11. Ravage is ready to go. Get it on the Monkey King. There comes the Ravage. Monkey King will fall, and Undying. A couple more auto attacks away. No, he does heal up actually, so he should be fine himself when TP's out, but obviously a great turn in favor of the dire side. Meanwhile, middle lane Fenrir Shallow Creep on himself, surviving the initial blast, and now Jabs trying to TP out in time, but Ori will take him out before he can do a damn thing. Well played right there by Vici Gaming as a whole.
Yeah, went on the Dazzle, tried to kill the support, but they had really good TP rotations, and yeah, well played by them.
You see more stacking going on.
In the meantime, Medusa's getting a lot of space though.
Yeah. Oh, so that's what I wanted to bring up before that fight. Medusa, I don't know if I was catching with you on that series or another one, but there was one time where the Medusa, and I want to say it was Mushi, he went it's the blade mail, more the blade mail style. Even something else that we just usually don't see. Much more of a defensive style, basically. Blade mail Lincolns, I think it was.
Yep. Why blade mail is good is because it gives a lot of survivability, and technically, you don't really want to hit Medusa early on. So I don't like blade mail too much on her, but it still offers 22 damage and quite a bit of tankability. So if Medusa is actually ever in a bad spot, then that's quite helpful because you can't focus her when she has it on. You would simply just explode. But for late game for sure, because you keep the item obviously, and as you progress into late game, that blade mail becomes more and more valuable because you can't focus the Medusa down, even though you really have to later on.
So this game, safe to say you are thinking more the Mask of Madness first, more routine here?
Yeah, I don't think Mushi is the blade mail kind of person anyways.
Okay.
Like, I think Envy started that item build. We see him buying the quarterstaff already, so he'll be going into the Mask of Madness.
Having some farm at the bottom.
Yeah. Actually, Monkey is really poor this game, so he's gonna have a lot of problems. Even though they committed a lot of resources top, he still doesn't have a good lane. It's gonna be problematic for Radiant because he's a big deal of their damage output.
Well, and an item that we have been seeing him pick up fairly recently is that Battle Fury even, but with a start like this, can he still go for a Battle Fury? Or it looks like he's actually going Echo Saber.
I mean, usually you want to go into a Battle Fury when your team has lane push problems, but this game they don't really have that, so he's going more into the fighting build.
Okay.
Which is probably going to be Echo Saber into the Fuser Blade or BKB.
Drink all middle lane, nice swing grip, stops the crush. Young 11 is here, no Ravage just yet. Land Enemy's going to be saved by the Shallow Creep initially, and probably in the long run as the kill comes out, the Force Smash is going to be dodged. They kill the Tombstone off. Only missile channeled on it.
Be careful here.
Yeah, he's getting pretty low, isn't he? Gush coming out, and that's an easy kill for Kraken, or for Tiger at the end. You can Kraken shell right there.
I don't think he saw the rocket on him because his movement was towards the rocket, and he didn't think he would die anyways because he didn't try to roll away. Light misplay there. But again, Monkey King is getting a lot of space now. Medusa is getting a lot of space, but at the same time, the Storm is also getting very big.
This is the thing with the Medusa, though. I feel like one of the reasons why she has been so bad is that no matter how far ahead the other team is, obviously there's limits, but even just the last series, we saw Complexity had a good 10,000 plus lead, I believe it was. But they had Medusa that was getting decent farm, and then eventually we saw that come into play. So is Vici on a clock here, do you think, or are they comfortable still?
I think the problem for Cole was they just didn't have enough damage to actually get through the Medusa. But this game they have like minus 40 armor, as well as the Gyrocopter and Storm damage, who will build to the Bloodstone eventually. So they will definitely be able to kill the Medusa late game.
Top lane, trying to push in the top tower up here. Who's that hiding in the trees? That would be Dazzle for the time being. They do have a TPs ready to go, I'm sure, if they find it necessary, but...
The Titan's going into the Blink, which I really like. We spoke about it before. They just want to be able to support the Storm.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Well, they definitely see Fenrir. He puts the offensive weave up, and there's that Tide Hunter. Doesn't have the Blink just yet, but he does have a Ravage.
600 gold to the Blink on Puck, actually. He's the tempo control of this game, so the Blink is going to be very important. They can blow up the Storm with it, they can stop Ravage from the background with it, he can do a lot of stuff with it, so the next big item pickup for them. Jab's almost level 6 as well, it's gonna add a lot of teamfight damage for the Radiant team.
Yeah.
Medusa... Finished Mask of Madness.
Just got that achievement. Comfortably sitting at the bottom lane. We saw Paparazi, by the way, or going on about the Medusa stuff. He was doing a massive stack of Ancients in his own jungle, and you see his farm now hiding out.
Yeah. He's going to the Yatra. Mask of Madness, they're gone. Running actually, and
no chance.
you see what I mean? The corrosive haze actually just makes Medusa very squishy.
Yeah.
And even late game, when Medusa has like 30 armor, they still will cut through her because they have a minus 40.
Top lane, that's a primal spring in. I don't know if that's the target you want to go for though. Ice. Maybe just trying to farm, but this could backfire. Ravage again is ready to go. He's going to commit to it. He takes the stun from the drink while Anchor smash in, and a couple more auto attacks will finish him off. Assistance from Fenrir as well. Nana wants a turn kill. Jabs, he's coming in on top of it. The shallow grave. Activated a couple more seconds. Here comes Ori though. You gotta be careful if you're Mineski, and they're not careful enough. Puck's in trouble now. And he indeed will end up going down as well. It's just getting worse and worse for them. Nicey Earthspirit's gonna fall. It's a double kill coming out for Ori. The tombstone is way too late. There's just one after the other. Save your teammate Sinjim, and look at that at the bottom of your screen there. Meanwhile, Paparazi is just farming another massive stack. This is a huge burst for Vici Gaming.
Is Anda actually also gonna die? Nah, he's fine.
He's good.
All right. So what actually triggered off the top fight was Ice wanted to do the... Wait, is there gonna be more action?
They want the turn kill on the slaughter. At least to get something out of it, I guess.
Okay, Medusa TP top. They're gonna try to pressure the tower now. Actually, the tower should be down. 200 health only. No Ravage. They shouldn't try to commit too much to this.
So Monkey King was trying something there?
Yeah, Monkey King was trying to just Primal Spring in and instantly jump on the tree again. But as soon as that happened, he got hit by an anchor smash, and then he couldn't jump back up, and that triggered the whole chain of bad events for the Mineski lineup.
It goes back to what you were saying earlier, like with the puck, where he can make those flashy plays sometimes, but you really got to be careful.
Yeah.
You know, that one instance where then it makes it look like, what were you doing?
Yeah, that was unlucky.
Yeah.
2k gold now for VG.
I'm surprised it's only that much, frankly. It feels like VG Gaming's ahead by more, but you're right, it's only a 2,000
They just had 4k, but then they got the top tower and then went back to 2k.
They're going to work towards the bottom lane. Jabs, homing missile, being channeled. Starts running because of that. He's working on his own points. It looks like he's going to barrel roll. Him still going deep.
He should be fine.
He wants this.
I don't think why he should be. Yeah, he should be chasing that. Alright, they're just going to get the bottom tower now. And then the Goldie should go back to 4k again. Or double damage Storm, we have to keep an eye on him. He can wreck the entire fight now.
Here he goes. Ball landing in, he finds the one and jabs out the corrosive phase vision from earlier. Eventually wears off, but doesn't matter. Yeah,
the corrosive phase, the first hit actually took off half health.
Yeah. Double damage, oh hell.
No, double damage, corrosive phase. He's good.
Young 11, 2,600 gold. I mean, he has more than enough for the blink already. Top lane, you do see Dazzle. Last second, they're falling to Ice. So there's something. Mushi, corosive phase is up. And I'm just going to say hello.
It makes me wonder whether Young 11 just doesn't want to buy the blink until Ravage is off cooldown, which is now though. So if he really wants to go for the blink, he should buy it now. Maybe he doesn't want to.
Maybe he's kind of gauging, maybe will he buy something else with this cold instead?
A Guardian Grief is really good too because they have 2 silences. And of course you don't want to get silenced, so you can get a Ravage off.
Oh, Monkey King, I don't think he's getting away for this. I'm going to be pulled in by the Vortex. Young 11's here with some anchor smashes. Throws out the Boundless Strike, but, you know, maybe it's a little fast, actually.
Yeah, there was a mistake by the Storm. He jumped on the puck originally, but they should have just committed on the Storm.
Okay. Yeah. Wow, he actually escaped. That was something. What's down here? That would be Lan M. This harassment that he's been having fun with is finally going to bite him in the ass. You can say it. Nice crush timing, but still, it just doesn't matter. The ultimate from Earthspirit.
Yeah, it's rough for a hero for him to die right now because he needed 600 gold for the blink, and they really need that blink. They should just give him a lane right now and then found the 700 gold he needs. And an item pickup we didn't talk about was the Bloodstone and Storm Spirit.
Yep.
Not the fastest timing, not the slowest, quite average, but as you said, he should have a hard early game, and having an average item timing is very good for him.
Middle lane, a collapse in puck. They shift, blink out, he's good.
He would have gotten hit by the Remnant, but the creep took it for him.
Oh, Ori's not done just yet. He's like, now you can't blink. Gonna protect him in, and it's going to be enough.
I didn't expect him to jump on him again there. I needed the moon, I guess.
Yeah. That's understandable. Haster in top lane, by the way. It looks like Ori's going to go pick it up. Another way that they can make use of.
15 charges on the Bloodstone now.
Yeah. At 14 now.
They have to make sure that he doesn't get out of control. And we still have to look at the Roshan as well. VG didn't try to attempt it yet, but they definitely can.
Ori Trying to hunt that Monkey King once again. Wukong's command will get it off of this perhaps at some turn. The phase activated though, and that outside the gun, his minus armor is definitely real. He's standing his ground, but it's just not going to be enough. Wicked streak for Ori.
They could try and attempt the Roshan right now. They still have Ravage up. We'll see whether they do that. Doesn't look like it.
Stats for this game.
Yeah, I guess they want to secure the Blink's dagger on Slaughter first before they do anything major like that. Second the Ancient still.
The last time I saw us, he's building the Kaya was either on Storm Spirit, but Tidehunter, he still didn't have the blink and he had like 3,700 gold.
They got 40 gold now. It's getting a bit ridiculous. You should buy at least something.
He's at the shop too right there. I mean, come on, man. There he goes. He's finally going to buy it.
So that's Blink, but he almost has the next item too. Yeah. This Titan's huge.
Yeah, that's a fat Tidehunter.
He's going into Shiva's guard actually. I would really like to see him build onto the Guardian Greaves simply because they have 2 silences. And if you get silenced in a bad moment, you can't Ravage, your team is actually just going to lose the fight because of it.
Yeah. It's one of those games, I mean, you can appreciate the Shiva's idea. It is pretty good, this game, but like you're saying, there's better priority.
But the thing is, when you have such a good game, it is very tempting to just be greedy, because Shiva's is definitely the more greedy build.
Okay.
And
is it the better, though?
I don't think it's the better one, but as I said, it's very easy to give into the temptation of greediness.
Yeah. Kaya finished on Storm Spirit, as we saw right there.
Bloodstone and Kaya already. If he gets an Orchid BKB, it is going to be incredibly hard to do anything about him.
Nana, phase shift, he's good for now. The
Ravage
committed. Wow, Young 11 really wants to make a play. Maybe still a bounty route, I guess. Got that now. Perhaps overstepping, so maybe that blink, that's why he didn't have it, because it's going to make him go crazy, apparently. Undying for Max in the front to bring it. They actually will go better. They're always in the back line. He's pulling in one, though. That would be Pug. Zip-zapping around some more. Undying will fall to it. The BKB also activated that fight from Paparazi.
I didn't actually realize he has it. Yeah, he's really big. 12.5k net worth. And they could have killed the Puck there if Storm committed instantly. But I think there was some kind of communication problem because he ravaged him and Storm didn't jump in.
Yeah, it seemed odd. It's like, what was he going to do? Solo kill the Puck? Yeah, that was
because he could have killed the Puck for sure on Storm.
Okay.
But I don't think he expected him to just blink in and ravage. I didn't expect it.
Yeah. That was a very bold move on his part.
So Storm is going into the Orchid next, and 17 Bloodstone charges now. Blink on Slaughter online.
Yep.
So now they're going to look into that Roshan, but 90 seconds on Ravage, and they definitely want to wait for that. It's very hard for Radiant now to fight the Roach Pit with Ravage up because they got BKB as well.
Again, hunting the Monkey King Ori. This is only the third time. The first time they didn't get him, the second time they did. Will it be go this time? Absolutely. I mean, it popped the Wukong's command even, but...
Monkey King gets hard countered by Storm for sure. You can't hide under the trees. Whenever you show the lane, you pretty much just die. Especially if the Monkey is as underfarmed as Ice is.
Saw him working on that Diffusal play to go along with the Echo Saber, so nice item progression, but again, still doesn't have the Diffusal. Medusa at least, so they got something going.
Yeah, that's mainly for the Slaughter and the Anchor Smash. Want to remove the debuff.
Okay.
So now they're going for the Roshan, and
that is.
If they get the Roshan, then the Storm is going to become unstoppable. But they can't stop it now. They definitely cannot stop it.
Yeah, you're pointing out, it's just, why even bother?
By the way, late game Storm can really take out the Medusa. Once you have the Bloodthorn and the attack speed talent, as well as like a Moonshard, like super late game, you can definitely 1v1 the Medusa. Okay. So they don't be scared about that.
Well, there we go.
So
they just picked up on
one
of the, if not the best hero for it in the game, you can argue.
A lot later than I thought they would do it, but still an ace for Storm, right?
I'm still worried if I'm Mineski, that's for sure.
Yeah, me too.
Got 18 charges on the Bloodstone
5k
too.
gold lead now. Gyro working on a Butterfly needs another 3,000. Ori jumping in.
He going in somewhere, yeah, right up to the side here.
Puck is fine.
No, just blinking away. Nobody blinks into Young 11, or maybe Young 11 blinks into him. Not too sure. Phase shift activating. Can he somehow get out of this? No more blink dagger, so he's dead for sure. Thought he was good.
It's very hard to blink out of the remnant. You need to face into the right direction already. And if you don't know exactly where you're facing to, you move like an inch, you die.
Okay.
Because it's an instant spell.
And they just have so much punch too. They got the 2 blinks, they have Storm Spirit himself, so essentially 3 heroes that can just get in on that.
As the panel said before, if the Storm has a hard time early game, it's going to be rough for him, but as you said, he went out of the laning phase just like perfectly almost, and then now it's just snowballing. 19 charges on the Bloodstone, getting more and more.
Monkey King, sorry,
is dead again. He can't do anything here.
Nice balance strike timing, but it's just not going to be enough. Yeah, that's another Bloodstone charge. 20 now for Ori. Oh boy. getting out of hand here in favor of Vici Gaming and 7,000 net worth lead.
Very good setup by the Slaughter. I think Monkey thought they're probably all middle, pushing the tower. But then again, Slaughter is missing, you need to be careful.
Yeah.
And he pays there for being greedy.
So he still has the Aegis for a bit of time here. If you're Vici Gaming, you still go for it. You just push objectives, right? Like, you need to make use of this.
This Storm is unstoppable. They still have Ravage as well. They still have the BKB on Gyro. But at the same time, what they want to do is they want to contain him as much as possible, just to outfarm them completely. Because the Medusa is good and strong, you know, but he can't 1v5.
Well, you see right now, I mean, with that kill participation, I mean, 27.3%. So, yeah, he's not been the most involved with the team just yet. I mean, only 11 hero kills total.
Yeah, 3 out of 11. Yeah.
That's it's kind of understandable because again, he's trying to really get that farming that you're talking about. But what does he go next? Because he has what 2,200 gold I just saw right there. As he finished the Hurricane Fire, does he get that?
He hits 0 damage right now. Yeah, Mask of Madness, Manta, Dragonlance, they're all 3 not damage items. And he's not going into the Skadi either.
Bottom tower is under attack.
They're gonna have some damage balls soon. Because the Monkey doesn't have the money.
I mean, what are we looking at? But meanwhile, that Undying getting got. He pops Tombstone at least. Nice force that drop too. And the Greenfall hitting a couple on top of it. Actually, Slaughter's getting very low because it maybe Shelly Beard. No, not the same one time. Paparazzi pops the BKB. Getting out of the Wukong's command. The chase is on though. Ice blocks this kill. Right next to his shrine. Gush though coming out from Young 11 trying to save his teammate right there. Godlike meanwhile from Ori coming out the back line. But nothing to at the top lane. Gyrocopter doesn't have falling as the chase is real. And Young 11 will too go down. So we saw another lane completely though. That was Ori getting the pick onto Medusa.
Even though Medusa died, it is an amazing fight for Mineski. They should never be able to take these team fights, but jumping on Pocket Panther.
No Orchid yet.
Yeah. As I said, I think this was not good for VG, because they shouldn't be trading fights right now. They should be convincingly taking all the fights.
Yeah.
They shouldn't even trade like 2 heroes. Their team fight is way too strong right now. Gyro also blew BKB charge.
Yeah, I was wondering, I made the call on the shallow grave perhaps coming out, but now that I realize in the replay, I mean, Tassel was not there. He was definitely at the top lane with that Storm Spirit. So yeah, that was 2 at top, 3 at bottom. Clearly not the numbers you're looking for.
As I said, they got the Medusa kill, but Monkey and Puck got a lot of money from that.
Yeah. See the finishing off right there on a tight under. So.
But again, Storm got the Medusa kill, so he's getting bigger and bigger. He finishes Orchid now. He's working on the BKB. Once he finishes the BKB, he's practically immune to everything Radiant has.
Yep.
This Monkey King and the 2 supports will suffer.
21 charges on that Bloodstone as well. It just keeps adding up. So the Aegis doesn't have much more time left on it, but
that's a good thing for Mineski. They couldn't use the Aegis for like too many objectives. So basically, they just use the Aegis to make sure that the Storm is really, really fat. Which is fine because he's going to be unstoppable later on.
Okay, I believe we saw the makings of the Hurricane Pike there for Medusa, meanwhile. So, not necessarily that more damage route.
So he went into a Hurricane Pike?
Was it a Hurricane Pike? I thought I saw them on the courier, if I'm mistaken. But
it is a Hurricane Pike.
Okay. Yeah, there you go.
Alright, they're getting the spot home 3 now.
Aegis
should be expiring very soon.
And you do see they take out that tier 2 tower after all that fighting from earlier, so we'll finally get it. 27 minutes in though. Land there's a sentry ward there, so be careful about that. But meanwhile, the Rapids initiate still on here. Not going to be enough to save on time. Shallow Grave on Ori to keep him alive. He got super low right there on the Monkey King especially, but he's going to take down at the end, and that's a 9-kill streak stopper. Jab gets credit. His ulti was still on him. 1,100 bonus gold.
The Aegis ran out just as he died to the Earth Spirit.
You're right. Oh no.
That was a very curious decision. They're blowing a Ravage on Medusa and Storm jumping on Medusa like that. It was definitely very rushed.
Yeah.
It was not needed because they knew Aegis was going to expire any moment now. And it was actually very important for Mineski to get that kill. Now he's down to 15 blast on charges again. Before he was on 24, I believe.
Yeah, we just got finished talking about that too, with the whole Aegis idea, how it was like just on off. You see right here, yeah, it's gone at this point even, so you can clearly see there was the panic mode, but Dot was still on him. Yeah. Takes him out, so Mineski, they got to be feeling pretty good all of a sudden about their chances in this game. It was looking like Vici Gaming was getting a lot of momentum going, but this Medusa is going to hit level 20, and as we know, that's what is the 800 mana, I believe it is, as far as the mana shield goes.
He's going to be a lot more tanky, yeah.
There you go.
The Monkey King is getting BKB soon, needs 800 gold, and that's going to change a lot as well. Because they don't really have too much damage through BKB.
Okay.
Well, I said it, and then you see Slaughter and the Gyrocopter, so...
Maybe a fair amount, yeah.
Might still be a bit iffy, yeah. But Tide did go into the Shiva's guard.
Yeah. Goes back to that earlier. It's like not really the best option, but
he might still build into Guardian Greaves now if he wants to. But usually at this point, just build into a Refresh Orb.
Okay. Double Ravage.
Yeah. Glimmer Cape finished on Slaughter, working onto Heaven's Helper next. Actually, Butterfly also finished on a Gyrocopter already. He's getting very big as well.
This kind of goes back to, though, I mean, I know you're confident with Ori here, especially on the Storm Spirit, the whole Orchid, and he's got the BKB, and then a Bloodthorn after that, I'm sure. But it's I mean, if you're Mineski, you have this farmed Medusa on the other side that maybe not yet is dealing the most damage, but it's going to be coming here.
Of course, if Medusa gets 6-letter for real, then it can pose a very, very big problem. It just... Vici have the right tools to deal with it, but whether they can or not, we'll have to see later on.
Okay. Comes down to that execution.
High ground Medusa is always scary.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you play. Even as anti-mage, you're scared of a high ground Medusa.
Especially if you try to dive him, as we saw in the last fight at the tier 3 tower.
You can't blow a solo Ravage on a Medusa. I don't think it works.
He has way too many teammates supporting your bot as well, you saw. So, I mean, dying alone is actually pretty good for that. And I saw Ripio coming out. His tombstone's definitely very annoying in the fights in general. What else we're having to deal with here?
Storm finishes BKB, which pretty much means he's immune in team fighting for a while. The Medusa seems like he's building into... I hope it's Guardi. I really hope it's not a Lincoln here. Because Mushi really likes Lincolns and Manta on Medusa, but I hope it's Guardi this game.
Okay. He's not giving us information just yet.
Tidehunter is actually building into a Heaven's Halberd. I really like that. Because Medusa generally doesn't want to build into a BKB. And if you have 2 Heaven's Halberds, you can actually mess her up quite badly with that too.
Yeah.
Gyrocopter building into a Satanic. Needs another 2,000 gold for that.
You see Tidehunter getting the -4 Gush armor talent right there at level 20. So that's even more minus armor.
Yep. -10 from the Gush. -20 from the Corrosive Haze once you level 18.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt if you're Mineski here. It looks like Vici is. Are they setting up for Roshan? It seems like getting the vision out.
They want to have the Roshan for sure. Yeah.
Just about to spawn right here.
And Mineski is gonna have a hard time contesting it because Storm just finishes BKB, and I don't think they know that they have to do BKB on Storm now. Damage jam on Storm as well, by the way.
Okay.
Important to note.
The Radiant scan the area. They definitely haven't got to get to the sap now.
Roshan is just dying so fast.
Oh yeah, 11.
And there's cheese on here as well.
That's gonna be an illusion. Well, they got a little scared. The Aegis is picked up by Ori though, and the cheese will be picked up by somebody else. So yeah, at least I guess the illusion kind of accomplishes something.
Yeah, I mean, better be safe than sorry. Of course, now he's a bit angry that he wasted his BKB, but if they really do steal, if they really do steal the Aegis, it's a very big deal.
So now you got the Aegis. Wait for the BKB to come back up here.
Yep. And what a Medusa finished the Eye of Skadi, but again, it's not really a damage item, more like a survivability item, but the next item that he builds is going to be Butterfly, and that's going to be the deciding item.
Okay.
Because that's when Medusa really takes off in the damage department.
We also saw Puck picking up the Aghanims as well. So
Aghanim Scepter.
going to the BKB, longer duration.
Against the Gyrocopter, it's really good. Basically what you want to do, you want to Monkey King ult the Gyro, and you want to Puck ult the Gyro. Because then he has nowhere to go and he will just get beaten up by the monkey. But then again, Paparazi is building against it already. He's building into a Satanic, which kind of counters that move because you can hold your own ground inside of the Puck button.
Yeah.
So good itemization on his part. And unfortunately he does as well, right?
Yeah.
So, you can grave him.
Bar on the top of Vidum still undying, I've been noticing. He's been sitting on a casual butler here. Not many teams I've seen do this really, but we just got finished talking about all the minus armor that they have on the PG side. So,
well, it's +2. You know, every little bit counts.
Yeah,
so quite good.
It's not going to negate really a lot, but it's still something.
Yeah. Tidehunter actually finished the Heaven's Halberd, or will relatively soon.
Likes to pull up that gold, man.
Yeah.
3,400 almost.
Tight bridge.
They're going in. Doing well on it too. BKB is going to be active. Tombstone put down. Wukong's man also in the backside. Don't worry though. With his own BKB, he's not really scared too much of that. He's got down the jab. Gets him picked now. He's going to lose the inside of the snow. Can't pop this one. Most sports down on the side of Vici. Vici is running them away. You see Paparazi trying to make his way out of there. He's getting healed up by something, man. Did he finish the Satanic? Not even sure. Okay, yeah. Going into that fight, so he will manage to survive. Young 11, they want to go on him. He's still in the Ravage, by the way. Got to be careful about overcommitting right here. The Angel goes to the back line. There's a Ravage. Are they going to commit to the Ori? He decides to go into the Monkey King. Going to be silenced up, though. So they did bring the Aegis also back there. And then they will decide to fall back, though. They're a good fight from Mineski.
The biggest problem for Vici was that both the supports instantly died. They can't have that. No corrosive haste means no damage from the storm.
Okay.
They need the Slaughter alive, they need the Grave alive, they need the Weave. They have to be careful with the positioning, because the Monkey literally just jumped on both of them as well as the puck, and it just exploded instantly. Very curious position, actually.
Yeah,
well,
they did not expect. I thought it was definitely a smoke play from Mineski, just kind of catching them off to the side.
Yeah. Well, they definitely learned from that, and yeah, gonna be good.
You see Monkey King there, level 21, getting some more Primal Spring damage. He has an MKB now queued up, so yeah, it's been kind of a slowly evolving game for him, but especially with an MKB, I mean, he's going to be a bit of a threat now.
He has managed to catch up quite nicely. A lot of damage in the team fights now, especially with the Medusa ult, because when you're Stone Gate, you take extra physical damage. That means your Wukong command actually deals another 50% bonus damage.
Yeah.
It's a very good combo. Dazzle still trying to build into Solar Crest. Haven't Selbert finished on Tide if he wants to buy it.
Okay.
But he just doesn't want to buy it. Yeah. He just doesn't want to buy items.
I don't know. I personally always said that's been one of my pet peeves. I mean, a long time.
Last fight, he could have actually had to have Selbert already had he bought it, and it can make a massive difference against these heroes.
It's like in his. It's almost like he's trying to think if like it's actually the best item rather than just committing towards it. But yeah, still has not purchased it. Maybe a courier or something. But I hope they have it for the next fight.
Yeah. I mean, just look at the gold lead, right? It's 8K or 9K now, and 4.5K on a gold lead is in his image, like in his gold bank right now.
That's true.
Not doing anything.
So let's cut that in half essentially.
Yeah.
From that perspective. Speaking of items that are to come, Storm Spirit.
So he switched it around. It's going to refresher.
Is he? Oh, that's why. Okay. So
also good decision.
Under there. But Storm Spirit, the axe is queued up. So mini black hole of sorts. The AoE vortex.
But he didn't skill the water duration in his talent. So quite interesting.
That is a good point. It's not enough to be like, I can't go this item now, but you are right. You're losing some value there.
I would really like him to go Bloodthorn, I think, and just blow this Medusa up. But you know, but it's a bit odd for me that he doesn't go for the Aghanim's talent if he wants to go Aghanim's. Maybe he's gonna change his mind as well.
Yeah.
Refresher picked up on Tide already, by the way, and MKB picked up on the Gyrocopter. This Gyrocopter is basically full slaughtered. Well, I guess you can always drop your boots now because I got the backpack. But Gyro is essentially full slaughtered, and his damage output is going to be through the roof.
Yeah.
Medusa picked up the butterfly, and he just instantly countered with the MKB. And it smoked up.
Double smoke even. Or even more stealth.
Yeah, miscommunication.
Here we go. Going into the Radiant jungle. They're going to definitely run into them. It's just a matter of how do they get the jump. Land M. They pick up a Dying, got his boots on though, but Ori, he's just being locked down throughout all this. What shots are being active, but Ori trying to stay alive though. Shadow Pim's going to be put on him from Bender. He's the chase. He's ready to go back. You see Vici just simply running away, realizing he's just way too damn low. Young 11 also still about half life. Land M doesn't hit the tree. Gets by Dice to fall to the ground, and the guys just snipe him down in favor of Vici Gaming. So a 3-for-0 fight right there. They were tough to kill.
The cheese, they literally just won in the fight. You saw the new MKB pick up on a Gyro, he just chew through at Medusa. He's incredibly tanky, but he can't fight Gyro right now. But Gyro got like all the man-fight items in the game. MKB, the MKB Butterfly as well as Satanic. And you just can't man-fight him as Medusa right now. And that's the problem they have. The Medusa really can't stand the ground against all these minus armor.
You see Fenrir using the defensive weave as well, so even if they wanted to jump in right here. extra tanky, but that's not going to happen.
has fallen.
That's also why I spoke about him going defensive items earlier, like this Hurricane Pike. I don't really like it because even if you have that, you're still gonna get melted.
Yeah.
As we see in this fight, he's losing HP incredibly fast for Medusa.
Yeah, Paparazi, he was focusing on dying there initially, got him killed, then he just turns to Medusa, as you point out. Now, he didn't take a long stun right there, but ultimately able to get Vici to at least fall back. Nice force stab the last second to survive.
Vici should have died there. He ran out of the coil. There was a little mistake on the Gyro's part.
Okay.
Because the aggro of this coil actually stuns him for 4.5 seconds.
That's what that was, okay.
Yeah,
that makes
he ran out
sense.
of the coil.
Still though, Vici Gaming, they'll take it.
I mean, they're just gonna get stronger and stronger. They didn't even commit the refresher. I mean, they committed the refresher, but they didn't use the Ravage.
That was only one Ravage, you're right.
Only one Ravage.
Wow. Wonder if he used that second one. That's another thing that maybe could get the kill.
Roshan another 30 seconds, and they still got the Ravage because they didn't use it. And Diplo has refresher shard. That means triple Ravage, potentially.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, sadly it does not refresh the refresher itself.
That would be a quad Ravage. That would be fun to see, actually.
Wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? All the remnants flying down from Ori.
Yeah. Don't worry, eventually there will be a hero that can reset cooldowns.
It's coming. Next patch. I've heard.
We're 14k gold lead now for the side.
What did Storm get, by the way? Did he end up getting the axe?
He ended up getting
Did
the
we
axe.
confirm that? Okay, so he does have the axe now.
He's going into Bloodthorn next.
Axe also coming to Tidehunter, by the way. That's the AoE Gush. The fun ability.
Yeah. Especially when you go with the -4 Gush armor, you want to get that.
Might as well. Great. Wave clear and just also great for team fights.
Heaven's Helmet almost finished up on the Slaughter. Mineski is just camping Roshan because they know they can't give him the third Roshan.
This is so important, yeah.
They give him the third Roshan, they will lose.
Exactly.
And I think BG will pounce on Roshan as soon as they're pushing our bot lane because bot lane is pushing in.
Plan M finds the target. Not going to pull Link mid. Just saying hello. Young 11, he wants to go in as well. Here we go. Ori's going to jump up and do that. And one more back right jab. That one more, he will fall. The Wukong's man only doing damage to Young 11. He's going to just run it out though. And he'll be fine. Kind of a reset of a fight here in favor of the dire side. From Vici up there. One round coming out. From the side of the Stoke to the front of everyone. Vici survives for the time being. Will it be long enough that you see Ice trying to do it towards the back lines himself? But Ori finds it. He goes for him instead. He takes out Monkey King. And Gyrocopter running after Vici now. The homing missile's going to connect. Remember, he has multiple of those. He's going to now looks like the mana shield goes up. The rocket rocket space. Another one coming in. And Young 11 with the anchor smash to finish the job. All of those homing missiles. He could not get away.
He was just getting perma-stunned by the missiles.
The +3 charge talent right there. Coming into big play. He buys back immediately, by the way. Yeah, that was a tier 2 tower he was still being up. And Young 11 dead. Oh, nice shot upgrade.
And again, only one Ravage. They still have one for the Roshan, or they choose to go for it. So basically, BG will just heal up right now. They will go Roshan instantly, because they won't have the Monkey King up in time. And they have to deal with the bot lane as well as the top lane. And they will pretty much just get a free Roche, triple Ravage. They can't even deal with one right now.
Yep.
So triple that.
Good luck.
It's gonna be fun.
Good luck. We got finished talking about how going into that fight, you know, give up Roshan and essentially could be the game right there in favor of Vici Gaming. But yeah, now you just lose that fight at the Roshan pit, not even able to kill anybody, and 21,000 net lead all of a sudden.
So item progression, Heaven's Halberd on Slaughter counters the Medusa really badly. Bloodthorn on Storm can also shoot through the Medusa very easily now. And refresher off on Gyrocopter actually.
Oh, even more homing missiles.
More homing missiles, double Satanic, double BKB, double cooldown, double flag cannon. It's an amazing pickup for him right here.
Doesn't it refresh the chart, like, so he has 3 charges of homing missiles and then
it refreshes that too.
Go back to 3, yeah.
They have 6 in total.
Oh, something tells me that's going to be fun to watch if that happens here.
They still want to fight the Roche, and well, they really have to. If they give up this Roche, this game is over. So VG, of course, is just taking their time. They could just wait 100 seconds for the refresh on Tidehunter. They don't need to run at all.
Wukong's nope, going to be cancelled. Tombstone does go down. Young 11's like, I gotcha. Baited you out. That's all that was, really.
Monkey King? No, well, he still has Monkey King. He didn't never committed
he didn't use it, you're right. So it's just the Tombstone, really, which is not the biggest deal.
Not anymore, at least there.
Wearing off there. So again, just like we saw 2 minutes ago, we're basically at the same spot, just a much bigger lead now for Vici Gaming.
VG's are going to wait until bot lane pushes in. As soon as one hero shows bot lane, they're just going to go in for the road. And as I said, they have time to wait. 60 seconds on refresher.
Yeah, they're in no hurry.
So they see bot lane is pushing in. They're kind of threatening Roshan already to make him like have to decide. And it's like, if you spot, you know, do we have to defend bottom? Do we go now? Do we go later?
Yeah.
And it's just very nice to, like, get your dominance on the map there. But I always assert dominance.
See Slaughter just running around in the river as well. Always hilarious even.
Bot lane coming in. They're gonna lose a tier 4 tower if they don't deal with it.
Yeah, it is pushing, you're right. So Mineski, who do they send back? Maybe the puck at this point to kind of deal with that. But yeah, they're pinging it out. They know, they're aware of it. It's just like, can't we?
They're both just waiting. You see Vici just like chilling. They're like,
Radiant's
go.
middle tower is
Come on,
under
guys.
attack.
No, we're fine. Yeah, we'll play the AFK game. We're gonna win this battle.
Tier
There's
4
a tier 4. And
Radiant's
there's your
middle
other tier
tower
4
is
starting to drop
falling.
now. So Mineski, you kind of have to do something, or else this game is just naturally over.
They're
Which is like,
actually
all right,
smoking. Yeah.
here's just something. I'm gonna run at it. Homing missiles. Went so far, he's right after the other. It's down Polaris. There's one down. Second round is gonna be out. Put down the puck. He just can't simply play his hero. He's gonna force that away. He gets a good focus. Comes back. He gets the speed from the not as ball though. As the dying down goes the Medusa and the Monkey King. That should all but do it in favor of Vici Gaming. They absolutely destroy them in that fight. A 5-0. And GG, well played is called. Game number 1 will go to Vici Gaming here, Black.
Yep. As we said earlier, they definitely had to do with Medusa. Medusa was kind of a non-factor later on.
Yeah.